All right, so I have to go get a part for a washing machine, and this is this situation we're in. It kind of breaks your heart because you're in a death cult, and our whole life, the death cult has forced us to make bad decisions. Everything. I was watching some Seinfeld episodes, and everything they were speaking was they were making fun of bad decisions, and they were all those unhealthy decisions. Last night I was watching Seinfeld, and it was like all those unhealthy decisions have brainwashed us. It doesn't matter if it's Seinfeld, it doesn't matter if it's any sitcom. They're making fun of unhealthy choices, and it's trying to make light of it. I got a friend, she and I talk about, the healthy stuff and moving away from the unhealthy stuff. And I'm not saying a person can be there overnight, but when you have people in your world that are not healthy and you quantum connect, it's not bad. I mean, it's not good. That's a bad situation. Let me say it again because I want it to be clear. When you got people in your world that are making bad choices, you cannot quantum connect with them, because if you do, that's bad. It affects you. The quantum connection is real. The communion, the communication, the eye gate, the ear gate, what you listen to, what you watch. If they're connecting with death and you're connecting with life, how can the two walk together? I'm not saying they're bad people, and I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose. I'm saying the system has deceived them. And when you make choices to disconnect with people who are not on that same path, they might be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. They might have to come to the end of themselves. But by then, you're already moved on, And so when you disconnect, when you quantum connect with people making healthy choices, both are growing. And it breaks your heart when you have to disconnect with unhealthy people. It breaks your heart. It kind of breaks your heart, and it's like, you got to do it, but something deep down, you don't want to do it, But you got to do it, and it might take you a few weeks, few months, whatever. It might take you a few cycles, let's say it that way, because I usually make decisions really fast. You throw the bait out there. Of healthy living, healthy lifestyle, healthy choices. But if they don't want that bait and they want the bait of death, they're not there yet. And so you just can't quantum connect with them. I mean, it's like, it's rough. I mean, I'm trying not to choke up about a situation. It's like trying to hold my composure here. It's really painful, because their path of destruction is going to lead to more and more pain, more and more isolation, more and more separation, more and more death, more and more problems, more and more physical stuff, mental stuff, emotional stuff. And it's really painful to know that path that they're choosing. I mean, when you actually see the whole picture. Oh man, I gotta put this on pause. I gotta get my composure here. I'm about to lose it here. Alright, so I had to put that on pause for about 2 minutes. It's really, when you see the fractal and you see the choices and you see the future, trying to keep my composure, it's kind of hard. Just bear with me for a second. You just can't, and it doesn't matter if it's bloodline, it doesn't matter if it's friend, doesn't matter if it's somebody you love, so it doesn't matter. If you quantum connect with death, you're going to be going down with them. You just can't do it. And if they don't want to quantum connect with life, it's their choice. It's their choice. When you wake up to it, when you wake up to the, hold on one second. I'm just trying to get my composure here. Because when you make the final decision that you just can't quantum connect with, when you see the future in the now, when you see the future in the now by a repeat pattern of wrong choices and a wrong thought life, the mind is in a trap. You know, when you see that the mind is in its own trap and you're trying to show a person the trap that their mind is in, you just can't, and they can't see it. It's just the way it is, you know, and you can't unfold that box, that trap that they created themselves. And so the only way that God has, in other words, God has to do it. That's the answer. So you just have to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself in line, and just go on. Whenever you get serious about the inner renewal for yourself, doesn't matter who it is, you got to keep going. You know, you got to keep going. And so that inner renewal that you're doing on a daily basis in the now, and each choice that you make that's healthy in the now is going to affect tomorrow. You know there's going to be a separation in the situation. You know there's going to be I don't even want to call it a rift, because it don't have to be in a bad way. It don't have to be an argument or anything. There's just going to be a split, because they're living in the past. They're not living in the now. They're living in the past, and you can tell by the way they talk. They're still focused on the past. The past don't even exist anymore. And no matter how much you hit them with absolute obvious truth that's hidden in plain view, or you could use the Bible, forget it. You can even use the Bible, forgetting those things which are behind, I press on. That's what the Apostle Paul said. But you can actually say, the past, you know the past don't exist. Everything is the now. And so when you forget those things which are behind, you press on, but they want to live in the past, you got to, maybe you don't want to, but it's just going to happen. You already know it's going to happen, because you vibrate on two different frequencies. If you're vibrating on healthy decisions and somebody else is vibrating on unhealthy decisions, or what's the word? There's a word for it. Like procrastinating is an unhealthy decision. Procrastination's unhealthy. Blame game is unhealthy. Excuse is unhealthy. Anyway, I done forgot what I was talking about. So, I mean, it's painful. You know, it's really painful. That's the problem with being in 3D. With 3D creatures, you want to shake them and shake them out of it. They don't understand what you're saying, and it's like, it is what it is. It is what it is. So the pain, it won't last long. It'll go away eventually. But you've got to make that decision. You've got to make that choice. You've got to do it. And why would you want to choose death Why would you want to vibrate with somebody who's making decisions? They don't know. I know they don't know it. They don't forgive them. They don't. It's not even against you. It's against themselves. You don't really have anything to forgive them for. They need to forgive themselves. They need to. Something's pulling them down. They either love the darkness, or they're under MK mind control, or they've been gaslighted by a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath. They're under MK mind control and don't even know it, but you try to shake them out of it, but they can't see it, and they keep, I don't know what else to say. I mean, you don't know what else to say. All you can do is do what you do, but you cannot vibrate with that frequency. You can't quantum connect with that. The Bible says you can't commune with that. Light and darkness cannot commune together. Communication, communion. You can't quantum connect with death if you're in life. Period. It's going to be painful for a few days. But if you keep making those healthy decisions, you'll be a different person. Within 2 months, I change. I'm a new person every 2 months. And 7 days. If you disconnect from a vibration that's negative, 7 days, that's all it takes. You just disconnect for 7 days and it's done. It's finished. 7's the number of completion. I think if you disconnect for 7 days, it's over. Because 7's the number of completion. It might try to go. That situation might try to ghost you back in, and it doesn't have to be a person even. It could be a situation. That person or situation might try to ghost back in, but it's done. 7 days, it's finished. You made the choice for 7 days. It might take 21 days. Charles Stanley said, if you do something 21 days, you're not going to change. Do it for 21 days, and you make one healthy decision every day for 21 days, and you'll never go back. Create that pattern in your mind. Every day, you're going to do something healthy. And so what are you doing when you do that? You're destroying the MK Ultra mind control of the devil's system, because everything around you is unhealthy. The music, the TV, the Instagram, all that. Instagram's totally unhealthy. The emails they send you, everything they send your way is unhealthy. So you have to make a conscious decision to make a healthy choice every day. And you do that for 21 days, 7 days, you're done. It's over, because it becomes a pattern that you've created. And if you catch yourself not doing it, start another 7 days. Do it again. Just keep doing it till it sticks. Because if it sticks, you're done. Once it sticks, it's over. They can't mess with you anymore. They can't send agents. They can't do anything. You've got to create the pattern. What's it say in Ephesians chapter 4? Put off the old man and put on the new. What is he saying? He's saying put on the new. Create a pattern. Put off the old man, put on the new. It's the same thing I'm saying. I'm just talking in general to everybody, because there's a lot of people who don't know their Bible. I could quote that, but they'd say, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Ephesians 4. Put off the old man, put on the new. Quantum connect with the right, healthy stuff. Make healthy decisions. And don't make unhealthy decisions. So once you do that for 21 days, 7 days, whatever, it's over. You created a new pattern. The fabric of space-time has to change around you. The people have to change. They have to disappear out of your life. That's what's so painful. You know it's going to happen. You know they're going to be gone. It's just the way it is. And it's all right. It's all right to cry about it. It's all right to shed a tear and shed a few tears. It's okay to cry. It's okay. It's okay to mourn. When Moses died, they mourned him for 30 days. I'm not saying you have to mourn for 30 days. It might take 30 days. But once that old life is over and you make healthy decisions, and those people around you who are making unhealthy decisions, they got to go. It's a mourning. It's a death. It's a new life. But it's a rejoicing at the same time, because you know that you'll forget about them. eventually. They won't know you anymore. They'll find somebody to vibrate in their death, and they'll all be miserable together. And you'll be happy. You'll have people around you that you're happy with. I'm serious. I mean, it sounds mean, but you can't be Jesus for them. You can't be their God. You can be their friend. You can be their spouse. You can be their sister, their brother. Whatever situation you're in, you can be connected to somebody who's healthy. And this is not just about marriage. This is like brothers and sisters. This is like the family of God. Really think about it. The only people that are going to really be healthy are the born-again saints who are doing the inner work, doing the renewal. He says you're being changed from glory to glory. You're renewing your mind day by day. And it's an inner renewal. The outward man perishes, but the inner man's renewed day by day. But when you renew the inner man and you make healthy choices, you're going to be surrounded by healthy people. I mean, you can even go to church and you got unhealthy people at church. I can't quantum connect with them anymore. I can't do it. I only quantum connect with healthy people. That's the vibration. And I'm not talking about people who've already arrived, because I haven't. None of us have arrived. I'm talking about people who want to be healthy, who want to make those choices, and who are actually taking steps one day at a time towards health. Really, seriously.